We're going to keep things moving here on Radio Boss. Say hello to a very special guest, as a matter of fact. And if you know, like, if you grew up like I did in the 80s and even in the 70s, like the Pointer Sisters were it, right? And as a matter of fact, they have a tour that is upcoming called An Evening of Icons. They're touring, co-touring with the Commodores, special guest, the Spinners, celebrating 65 years of Motown. One of the original members of the Pointer Sisters, Ruth Pointer, joins us here on Radio Boss. Ruth, we appreciate the time. Appreciate you doing this. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me. Oh my God, it's a pleasure.
The pleasure is mine, believe me. I look at the hits. He's so shy. I'm so excited. Automatic. Jump for my love. The list goes on and on. There's some ones that I want to talk about that I think a lot of people aren't as familiar with. Fire, that's one of them. Can I start here? Again, you were one of the original members. I believe you joined the group in '72 as a it was trio. I believe it was at that time.
Yeah, it was a trio.
Then you joined. Okay. And I think your first top 20 hit, Yes We Can, was released in '73. Can you talk about that? That sort of really started you guys. Now, I think before that, you were in between record labels, as I was reading.
My sisters,
so
Anita,
can you talk
Bonnie,
about Yes
were.
We Can? Can you talk about that single?
Yeah, I mean, it was a song that we just liked. You know, we used to listen to it all the time, and we thought it was just really unique. And so when we got the opportunity to record it, we said, "Oh yeah, let's do that song." So I mean, we love the message in the song as well.
All right, let me show this right quick, because see, I collect records. I'm a big time record collector, and this record right here was your second album. And what I don't think, like, I really, really like this because it was sort of a throwback, right? A lot of the songs you recorded were throwbacks, but this was the deal for me when I did the research. Fairy Tale, and we talked a lot has been made about Beyonce and the country album she did, and featuring a lot of the young black country artists. But you all, with your song Fairy Tale, won the Grammy for Best Country Vocal Performance by a Group in 1974 off this very album. Can you speak to that and the significance of winning that Grammy for that song?
Believe me, it was a surprise to us as much as it was to everybody else. Because, first of all, they didn't know the group was Black people. And we were on the road. Anita and Bonnie wrote that song long before we recorded it. And we were, putting together material to put on the album. And our manager at the time and producer, David Rubinson, said, that little country song that Anita and Bonnie wrote is perfect. So he said, what if we actually go to Nashville and record it with the authentic country musicians? And so that's what we did. And we love it. I mean, we were just on the road. Even when we won the Grammy, we weren't at the ceremony at all. And somebody called us and told us, y'all won a Grammy. And we were like, what? Yeah, for a country song. So it's kind of like how that happened. And then we were invited to the Grand Ole Opry. And again, we were a surprise because they didn't know we were Black people in Tennessee. So it's been quite a journey, and a fun one, I must say.
And just to know the history of that, to understand the history of that, and thank you for sharing that. Because I think even with what Beyonce has done more recently in the last couple of months, I don't think that story has been told enough in terms of you all winning the Grammy for Best Country Song, and just kind of your thoughts, or maybe what Beyonce is doing, having made a full country album.
I'm really happy for her. I mean, I would just say it's about time. Her and what Mickey Guyton. I just love watching these girls just, come into their own with country because a lot of black people are just country. We come from the South, and those are like roots for gospel and blues and all of that.
No doubt about it. Ruth Pointer joins us here on the program, an evening of icons that celebrates, of course, 65 years of Motown. The Pointer Sisters, part of that. Of course, the Commodores, special guest, the Spinners. As a matter of fact, the first stop is in the DMV in Oxon Hill, Maryland, on Friday, July the 26th at the theater of MGM National Harbor. Now I got to break out another record. So I got to break out the second one because this was more during my time. Like I was in my teens, right? This album right here, I said break out the album, break out. This was you all's break out. I mean, so many great songs. I'm so excited. Automatic, Jump for My Love, Neutron Dance, list goes on and on. And matter of fact, I was listening to that album the other day and just reminiscing. What do you remember most about that album in particular?
Oh my God. We just knew that we had something special, because we had recorded I'm So Excited was actually on a different album and wasn't played. And when we knew that this album was so special, Breakout, with Neutron Dance being in Beverly Hills Cop and the Jump from a Love being such a cute song, and we had insisted on putting I'm So Excited on it, because it just kind of got lost on a previous album. And so I'm so glad we did that because definitely it's one of my favorite albums that the Pointer Sisters recorded. It's just so much fun on that. And we still sing those songs today.
Yeah, and I know everybody's looking forward to the tour. I got to ask you this. I mean, look, the Pointer Sisters have a star on Hollywood, a Hollywood star. But I look at all of the genres of music: jazz, soul, country, pop, funk, dance, rock. You've done it all. To me, the Pointer Sisters represent what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is all about. You've won several Grammys, right, including in the country category. Shouldn't the Pointer Sisters? I know it's not the end all be all, but shouldn't the Pointer Sisters be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Well, I think they should. I mean, I hope we do before I'm gone too.
Right.
It would be nice.
But I mean, and again, it's not the end all be all, but you all have done quite a bit. To me, Pointer Sisters represents what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is about.
Well, I'm very proud of our legacy in our history, and like you said, it's not the be all or do all, but it would be another feather in our cap, so to speak. I just sometimes I'm in awe of what we have contributed and think, me and my sister Anita, we used to just sometimes watch some of our old videos together and say, damn, we did that. Look at us. Oh my God, look at us, girl. Look how you're running across that stage. What in the world? Yes. And it was fun and it was wonderful and it's still fun. I miss my sister so much. But I know I spent Anita's last days with her and she was so happy that I was continuing on. And I'm thrilled that I'm able to do it with my daughter and my granddaughter now. It's like amazing and something that is, to me, sometimes is even hard to believe that I'm still doing it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I was going to ask you about what is that like? And of course, we're joined by Ruth Pointer here on the program. What is that, in fact, life like performing with your daughter and granddaughter?
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. They grew up. I was 8 months pregnant with my daughter, Issa, at Carnegie Hall. So she don't know nothing else except what we do. And my granddaughter, who's younger than my daughter, I mean, that's all she knows of me. And we have very special relationships. And we're excited every time we have to do a show. And I mean, I have to say, sometimes somebody should just film the dressing room because that's where the party really starts before the show. It's fun. And they bring the youthful element to the stage, you know. I mean, I still have a youthful spirit, but you know, hey man, I'm 78 years old and there's some things I'm just not going to try to do that I used to do.
I get no, and I get the youthful spirit. Like I love the hair. Like I
Oh,
love
thank
the
you.
hawhat how long have you had that style? I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, it's
I love.
fun. It's all fun.
Yeah. What do you, Ruth, hope people take away from an evening of icons?
Well, I'm sure to bring back memories, which is what it does for me. You know, when I see other performers, which I love to do whenever I get the opportunity, and hope they can just appreciate the contribution that we've made to the music industry and to the world because we just wanted to have a good time. And we love that our audience, I think you mentioned earlier, consists of all ages. You know, you can come with your whole family, your grandmother, your grandfather, your daddy, your mama, your children, your grandkids, and nobody's going to be embarrassed.
Yeah. Any albums on the horizon for the Pointer Sisters?
No, 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 no. I mean, you know, we've had our time, and I'm okay with that. You know, really, I'm fine with what we've done. And every now and then, I think about maybe some of the B sides, so to speak, that are on some albums that were never released as singles. And every now and then, I might have some, you know, some ideas about redoing something like that with a updated flavor to it with the new technology and stuff, you know, which would be fun. But you know, I set the world on fire already. I don't need to do it again. I'm good. I am good, and I'm just happy in my life and just kind of cruising along and doing what I really want to do.
Yeah, no doubt. Do you? Are there any artists in particular that you're fond of in terms of today's music?
You know who I'm addicted to right now is Avery Wilson. That song "Kiss the Sky." And he's
Okay.
playing the lead. He's playing the Scarecrow in the new Wiz musical. That boy's voice drives me nuts. And I when I work out, I have a gym in my home, and I work out 3 days a week, and he gets me started before I get on that treadmill. But I mean, I like I mentioned earlier, I love Beyonce. I love Mickey Guyton. I mean, I love Riri, and she can just do anything for me. That Rhianna is just so special.
Um,
Um,
but
but you
you
know,
know,
I
I
like
like
October
October.
London. Um, I love. There's a girl group out now that I can't think of the name of them right now, but
Is it the Shindellas?
yes, the
Uh-huh.
Shindellas.
Yes.
Yes,
Had
yes,
the
you knew it,
had the
huh?
I had
I
the
love
pleasure
those
of
girls.
yes, I had the pleasure of interviewing them in person when they came here to
Oh
Raleigh.
my God.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
honey. I love those Shandellas. They remind me of, you know, the girl groups back in the day, like Martha Reed and the Vandellas and the Supremes. And oh my God, what fun stuff. Yeah, the first time I heard them, I was like, okay, now we talking girl group magic, you know. I
Right.
mean, but I love SWV. I love Escape, and I mean, it just goes on and on. Of course, I love Destiny's Child. That Bootylicious is one of my jams. And it's just fun. It's all fun. And there's room for everybody.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, again, an evening of icons. Again, the first show is Friday, July the 26th in the DMV in Oxon Hill, Maryland, at the theater at MGM National Harbor, featuring the Pointer Sisters, the Commodore special guest, the Spinners, Ruth Pointer, joining us here on Radio Boss to talk a little bit about it and the career of the Pointer Sisters. Ruth, really appreciate the time. This was a blast. continued success to you and the Pointer Sisters.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I got some girlfriends that live in the area, and they are coming. And I call them my geriatric cheerleaders, honey. So the girls are going to be there, and we all have youthful spirits. And I'm going to be cheering them on as they will be cheering me on. I love it. I can't wait.